Everybody, let's see some hands. We need some excitement up in here. Come on, run with it real way, y'all.
What's up, everybody? It's your guy Z-Fly, and that's right. You know what I'm saying. I'm keeping it hot in the mix. Once again at the Yotel Hotel right here in New York City. You know how we do every other Sunday. You know what I'm saying. We always bring the fashion, but today we actually brought some fitness as well. So, you know, some fitness and fashion all together. It brings nothing but greatness. Right now, we definitely got some great fashion. Speaking of fashion, we got Mr. Derek Grant. He's going to tell us about his line, which is
Next Level World, and a lot of the work that comes from Next Level World is from the art of DK Design Fine Art, and we combine to make a company that produces art to next level and produces clothing that are next level. So in other words, we don't want the boring old-fashioned clothing that we've had for years and years. We're looking at dynamic, we're looking at vibrant, urban chic that, you know, is aggressive and touches everyone.
Exactly. Now, because speaking of art, you know, so I'm over here looking at it. I see all kinds of colors and everything. Now, you know, now whenever people think of art, you know, there's all type of art. So, what type of art are you actually using in your designs?
Well, this piece particularly, I range between contemporary art, and my contemporary art is from abstract to you know, standard realistic contemporary art as well too. And this art piece I did is called Imagine That. And it's all about the colors and the vibrancy. And actually, it's an art piece that's 36 inches wide on a wall that is sold. And at the same time, it was my son and myself idea, Julian Grant here, who had an idea to put some of the artwork on clothing. And that's what we've been doing for the last, 6 years? Yeah. And doing that for a while now. Actually, the artwork that you see here makes this garment an art piece. Because a lot of our garments are one of a kind. And when you wear them, you can't get them anywhere else.
Wow. Okay. So now you've been working, 4 to 6 years, you said?
Yeah. So basically around 17 years old, DK Design Fine Art is his art company that's been around for the past 20 years. So he's been designing stuff on the computer, a lot of graphics. And around 16, I was like, let's try doing it with fashion. And at that time, we're really lucky because the market, technology was changing. I mean, we have softwares now that you can do anything that you see. You can take a photo and make any product you want out of it because the technology's there. And so we took advantage of that in 2014, and we start doing dye sublimation, and we've taken it to higher levels now where the garment is an art piece itself. Instead of just artwork on the shirt, now we have like different cuts, designs that also speak about the entire garment as an art piece rather than, all right, hey, I got a shirt and it says Flyers on it. You know what I mean? There's another level to it.
Wow, well, I think it's dope-ish. Bobby the model, what do you think?
I definitely think it's definitely interesting. It's something different. I did have a question. Where did the idea of mixing like art as artistically, I guess, with your drawings, how did you get the idea to come up with mixing it with clothing? Like, is art something that's like something that you was into prior to getting a designer, or like, can you give me some insight on that? Can you give our fans some insight on that?
Well, personally, I've always done art since I've been small, and a lot of my artwork became really crazy, became almost surreal in a sense. And what I want to do is and what I still want to do is take the idea of art not only being on a wall. Most places you go to a museum, you go to a house, it's on the wall. I want to take that art off and I want to make it a piece of clothing. So you feel that you're wearing a piece of art. And art doesn't have to be on the wall anymore, it doesn't have to be a mural, it can be what you wear. And that's why I'm making these individual pieces that are artistic in nature. And then when Julian came along and said that let's put it on t-shirts, sweatshirts, so forth, we're going to make it available to everyone.
Like even when you look at it, you can have, for instance, the Mona Lisa picture. You said they have that on the shirt. It's different when you're looking at, like, if you're looking at your outfits that you're wearing, it's like it's coming alive. If you agree, look like it's coming alive. How? Let me make sure I ask the right question. How is it that you made it? How did you bring it? Are these your own original pieces that y'all do online, or that y'all do it on your website? Do you ever thought about you know, even when before you get into the clothing, your own art, like how do you pick and choose what kind of detail you want to put into your clothing?
Well, it's my original artwork, which is on DK Design Fine Art. .weebly.com. If you go there, you can see all the artwork, and we choose specifically certain pieces from that, and we integrate that into the clothing and design. And a lot of my clothing, I'm a rebel deep down, and I go against nature. Like you see, what I've done on the fashion show today is that I've even thrown in Tudor clothing, Tudor mixed with Renaissance. We mix with modern day, mixed with African, mixed with Egyptian, exactly. And we try to mix it up. There are no more rules. And that's what Next Level is about. We're breaking all the rules. And we're taking this art and we're just splashing it in different designs. So that's how we combine things. We're very eclectic.
And it's interesting you brought that point up too about like where did you get the inspiration? Because we actually, when we first started as a brand, people were like, what is this? Is amazing. But people were afraid to buy things at first because it was like too colorful, too different. But the thing that we've noticed is that it inspires for the individual. So like you never know what people are going to pick, which shirt they like, but it vibes with something rather than just like a little logo or whatever. It's like the art piece kind of, you know, tells a story, and that's one thing that he really wanted to get across with doing this brand is, even you said Mona Lisa, we know companies, they take the Mona Lisa and just throw it on the shirt, but there's no reason for it, there's no story. Why did you do that cut? You know what I mean? Like this color is blue, or if you saw on some of the lines, there's like you were talking about the Renaissance Egyptian, there's everything is there for its specific artistic purpose rather than just like it's just a field day of color.
So it's not just clothing that y'all doing. I see that y'all do take the time on do your research on how y'all want to mix it up. As you said, the Renaissance Egyptian era. So so our viewers can know it does take some research as far as the hard work and the detail that you put into your clothing. Y'all take the time out, and well, I'll let y'all tell us. From my perspective, y'all tell a story in y'all clothing line, especially your fashion show. How about you, Z?
Cool. I mean, you know, my thing is, I'm just like, want to know how does it feel to work with your son on something so, you know what I'm saying, something so brilliant. You know, like you're working with. I do.
You do?
We want to know, right?
We fight and nearly kill each other all the time. It's very frustrating. It's a lot of pain. And the thing is, we're very different from different cultures, of course. He's more like a millennial. I'm like an old-fashioned old guy. So, you know, and so it's difficult at times. But I must say the one thing is that he inspired me to push further.
Yes.
And I think that's what made things a lot better.
Okay.
I mean, we fight, but, you know, somehow it works out sometime. But the one thing I should tell you is that what I'm trying to encourage him, he's a great artist. He's a musician. He raps. He's going to be a top artist one day, and I'm trying to push him that way and to leave this business alone.
Oh, the fashion business.
Exactly. And that's why we fight a lot about that too.
Y'all both supporting each other's dream. Like y'all both supporting your dad as far as his not his dream, but his inspiration and his aspirations to be a great designer through art and through his own detail. And y'all both. Let's put it this way: art is not just it's not just painting. It's your own craft, your own creativity, which you're good at. Like even me being a model, that's my own art. People don't know Z was a model. He don't talk too much about it, but Z5 was a model.
The funny thing is that's actually kind of the secret behind how the brand worked. Because I was a musician and a different kind of artist, he was able to stick in his lane, and then I was able, because I was doing a lot of managing stuff like, all right, Pops, we got this show, you know what I mean? Pops, we got to get this online, do all that. And so my inspiration of trying to make it as a musical artist, that put that energy in the Next Level World, and his inspiration of trying to make it as a visual artist put that inspiration. And so you have all these forces that are coming together from different realms of artwork that really made this company something successful. And like that's why when you know we wear some of this stuff, like there's stories behind it, because stuff happens. Like when I was 16, like I wanted to move out of the house. Like we were fighting all the time, and he wanted me to leave too. And then I sat down, I said, you know what, let's switch the argument from arguing from each other to fashion. Wow. And it worked. So now we argue every day about fashion. It's beautiful.
Cool things. All right, well, listen, we're sitting there tell you know, y'all see what they've done. We're talking about it. Now everybody needs to know, where can they find you? Social media, email, phone numbers, what's up?
We're everywhere. Yeah. The main thing is nextlevelworld.com if you want to get there. We're on Facebook. We're also on, if you go to nextlevelworld.com, you got the links to everywhere. In other words, we're on Instagram. We're, what else?
Actually, right now we're going through a revamp right now, brand. So you're gonna see a lot more stuff going online. We have photos from last year, probably like 1,000 photos of just shows and stuff that have been collected. It's gonna be database. So if you check Next Level World right now, you'll see the movement of what's coming out. But I'm not even gonna talk about 2018. There's a lot coming out, so stay tuned.
And all the stuff we're doing New York Fashion Week.
Yes.
We've done New York Fashion Week twice.
Okay, stop bragging, okay? Now listen.
I never thought it would get this big.
You're doing good. All right, everybody. So everybody, this is your designer, Derek Grant and son. What's your name?
Julian.
All right, June. So definitely check them out.
Next Level World.
Next Level World. Definitely check them out. I'm your guy Z-Fly with my guy Bobby the model. Y'all already know we're keeping it hot in the mix. So much more to come. Don't go anywhere, cause like we're about to like blow it up, right? What's up, Z? Fly, F-L-Y, Z, Fly, F-L. Keeping it hot in the mix. That's right, with Catherine Shirley. It has to only be Runway to Real Way. I'm your guy Z-Fly with my guy Bobby the model on the side of me. But right now, it's not about me. It's not about Bobby. It's about Miss Adrian and her Rebel Pink looking all good and stuff. How you feeling, Miss Adrian?
I'm feeling good.
Are you feeling really good?
Really good.
So now, rumor has it that this was your debut fashion, I guess, showing today for the Runway to Real Way. So how do you feel?
Good. I'm so excited that Catherine invited me to this event. Kind of happened, I was at a little runway tutorial for some models, and she said, hey, we have a fitness event next week. We want you to be in it. So I was like, okay. And no, it's really fun. It was really great.
Now, the name of her line is called Rebel Pink. Now, whenever I think Rebel, I think of trouble. So now you got to explain this line to us.
So the reason it's Rebel Pink is because it's half rebel, half pink. So it is about the trouble side, but it's also about the pink side. So it's kind of like a balance of two things. So it's kind of like being yourself and deciding what you want to be. Do you want to be that rebel? You want to be pink? You want to be a combo of both? So that's why some of the stuff's like, more hip-hop-y, sporty, like the jerseys and everything. But then we have some like pretty pink pieces. So it's kind of like combining both,
Now, Bobby, I don't know about you, but every time I think of designers, I'm always thinking of like, you know what I'm saying? Like you see so much on the runways. I'm like, wow, like where did that inspiration come from? So like what made you want to start being a designer?
Well, I was a buyer for many years, actually for Brooks Brothers. So it was kind of more traditional, but it was fun. I actually did men's clothing back then. Then I became a mom, so I took off a little bit from that, and that was, and then I did interiors for a little bit. So I kind of took a combination of everything I love and took what the skills from buying, and I love graffiti and taking pictures and all that stuff. So I had the graffiti vibe going, the hip hop that I love, and then like some interior design elements. Like I have some chandeliers in my artwork mixed with graffiti on the jersey. So kind of taking everything and combining it and seeing where it goes.
Okay, Bobby, what do you got for Miss Adrian?
I didn't know if he was part of the interview. Now I have to do two.
She's like, oh, he's just a model just sitting here, right?
But it's
So-
almost done.
Just to ask you, your clothing lines for both men and women?
So I mostly have women's right now, but I love men's stuff. I mean, I started from men's when I was at Brooks Brothers. The hip hop, all that stuff will be really fun. So I did have some jerseys called Rebel Red. So I think once I go into men's, when I get to that, it will be a Rebel Red line. And I actually have two boys, so they'll be repping that as well eventually, and they love that stuff. So right now I'd say it's more about the Rebel Pink women's, but they're definitely down the road. Will be men's.
Looking forward to. I'm gonna give me some Rebel Red.
Okay.
Just
I have to wear pink too.
pink. All right, fair enough.
Pink, seriously.
Fair enough. Just to ask. So how did you go from? He asked you about what sparked your idea, but what made you want to become a designer?
I think even when I was a buyer, I always helped the design team a lot, and I always was very creative. So, I can do buying, but I'm more of an artist than I am a numbers person. So, right now, I'm doing everything, but down the road, I would rather focus really on the design work. So,
So just to the people that's watching who may be aspiring to be designers, any message to them? Because you actually took you had you was doing something, you had a thought about it, and you made it a reality. So any advice that you would give to somebody that may be feeling the same way or may want to do the same way, that may not know how or may not have that confidence in themselves?
I would say always go for your dreams. One thing I learned is like you can make things happen. Like go for your passions. Like there's no set way to do things. Like I didn't go to fashion school. I became a buyer with like a psychology background. So everything I've done is so different than normal paths of life, and I like being that way, and I encourage everyone to do that. And if you want to do it, you'll make it happen. So
Heard it from the lady herself. There you go, make it happen.
Real quick, I just want to say because I find it amazing that like you did your debut here in New York City. Very competitive. Fashion Week is coming up. Like, do you have any plans for Fashion Weeks or?
not yet, really. I'm winging everything right now. I just really got my website up, and I have a lot of the styles. So I'm kind of just seeing where I just started working at a Soho actually, so I am gonna have a presence in the city and everything. So yeah, I'm just gonna see what happens, and
Sounds good. Well, everybody, I'm pretty sure that you love Rebel Pink the way we did. So let them know where they can find you, social media and all that good stuff.
Okay, so you can go to www.rebelpink.com. My Instagram is rebelpink7, and that's how you can find me.
And you can find us hot in the mix, always on Fly World Media. I'm your guy Z Fly with
Bobby the model.
That's right. Don't go anywhere. Keep it locked. So much more to come.
What's going on, y'all? This is Bobby the model. We're hot in the mix at Runway to Railway. We here with my man DJ Naughty. And what's your brand, my brother?
This is Not Man Wear. You see the clothing line, Not Man Wear, interactive wear, the clothes that interact with you. Thank you, Bobby, for having me.
Much pleasure. As you can see my brother right here is just geared out. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you got going on?
I have the interactive clothing line, as I stated. I have the glasses, as you see. Let me do a demonstration. Try to collaborate clothes with music. You could just enjoy yourself while you're wearing your clothes. That's what it's about, having fun and looking nice. Enjoying yourself while other people enjoying you just as well. You got to get on a new line right now. Everybody doing the same wave, which is nothing wrong with it. But, today we're doing something new right here,
A lot different, we see.
Yes, so, we're just trying to bring the people along, invite the people along. Not Man Wears, it's the brand right here, if you don't mind.
So let the viewers see what you got.
Yes, we have the hat. Tell the time.
So
Phone calls. Get people on camera, So we take pictures, we're doing all of that,
So can I ask you a question? My DJ? Where did you come up with the idea to put, electronics on the clothing?
Well,
where did that?
I'm glad you asked that. Thank you so much, because I'm a DJ, like I say. A lot of times I do my CDs, DVDs. People say I don't have time to listen to CD, DVD. I don't have a CD, DVD player. So I would put them online, my videos online. So people always make an excuse, I still don't see it. So now I could bring it in your face and let you know what I'm doing.
Right there, ready to go.
All the time.
Okay.
I could put it in your face and there's no excuses no more.
So let me ask you this. I'm assuming you started as a DJ. Yes, sir. So what made you want to get into fashion? What made you want to start developing your own clothing line? Even though you just said to help people get your music, get your merchandise that you're doing, but what else made you want to just inspire you? I'm gonna get into clothing. I'm a DJ, but I'm gonna step into the fashion lane and I'm gonna bring the clothing to the people.
Well, I always had a style for fashion clothes, dressing, but I always wanted to fit myself. It's good to sponsor somebody, but nowadays, you want to wear you. You want to fit comfortable on you. And if you fit comfortable on you, somebody's going to fit comfortable with you. So that's what we're trying to do, bring back clothes, music in one style,
Definitely.
So you could feel good, you could look good, you can sound good, all of that.
Show you how to flip a diamond. I got you. Yes!
How can our viewers find you?
Oh, Instagram, IG, Not Man Wear, KNOTTMONWAEAR, Not Man Wear. We got the Not Girl Wear, we got the Not Kids Wear. I ain't forget nobody.
Definitely. And let people know about you. Are you still now, since you're a designer, are you done with DJing? Or are you still doing
That
both?
come hand in hand. That goes hand in hand. You can't leave one without the other. It's like family. You know, it's like your kids. You know, like music is medicine. Clothing, we gotta look good. We gotta do different stuff.
Look good to feel good.
That's right. That's right. That's what it's about.
Well, DJ Naughty, man, I appreciate you taking the time out. Everybody, this clothing line is called Not Manuel.
Are you ready? No. Are you ready? Yeah. Audience, are they ready? They're ready. Shoes, shirt, leggings, or shorts, right here. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. I'm watching. To the floor, to the floor, to the floor. All the way down. Mimosa. To the floor. Okay, Mimosa, you win. I'm sorry, gotta give it to the lady. You didn't put that chest to the floor. To the lady, you win. To the floor, to the floor, to the floor. You already won, lady. You already won. You won. All the way to the floor, all the way to the floor. I'm watching. Mimosa, you already won. Oh, and I got a winner right here.
What's up, but I'm still keeping it hot in the mix. That's right here, Runway the Railway at the Yotel Hotel. And right now, we have a very special guest on the side of me. Some trouble, you know what I'm saying? Anytime, you know, you got to bring trouble into the mix sometimes. Celebrity fitness trainer Courtney Paul as our guru, I forgot, from Bravo's Get Out on New York. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. And yourself?
I'm doing really well. So so tell us, okay, now first of all, I want to know, how do you get involved with Runway the Railway?
Anything that has anything to do with fitness, my hands are all in it, baby. I'm all in it. So they were doing fitness, fashion. So, you know, so I was asked to host, and that's what I do. I run it. So, and we ran it today, did we not?
You really did.
So I'm a Puma ambassador. I did some Puma giveaways. I'm with my new company, Liftonic. So I gave away some free sessions, free training sessions, and packages. and I gave it away. And that's it. We had a good time. A lot of people were happy. I made some people sweat. Puma, and he won the Puma push-up challenge. So, you know, you just got to keep it moving, keep it fun, and that's what we did today.
Exactly. We had a lot of fun, but I definitely wasn't going to get into any of those challenges. Why? Because I might have did maybe 5 push-ups, maybe 1.
That's when you cheat.
Oh, that's right.
I'd be like, look, if it's look, you cheat, I'd be like, that was 5. No, that was 12. It was 12.
Listen, for the clients at home, he's joking. He is joking.
Exactly. Now listen. It's 2018, and as you know, we're in the beginning of 2018. So everybody love to have those. Oh, I'm gonna get fit. So now, just give people like what is not resolution, but like what is something, maybe a good healthy tip that you would give people for 2018.
A good healthy tip is, why wait for a new year? That's not healthy. Like, I'm gonna wait. Yeah, I look like right now. Yeah. You know what? But I'm gonna hold off on getting better. Right. I'm gonna continue doing whatever I'm doing until a new year. Really? That's kind of tired, don't you think? Because you never know when it's your time. Right. Like you're only so young for so long. Trust me, I know. And then the things don't move as much anymore, or it just don't snap back like it used to. Exactly. So why wait till the end of the year or for a new year? Do it now. Wait till Monday. Wake up. Okay, I hate Monday, but guess what? It's on. And do it.
Now, let me ask you this now, is carbs and meat really a big fat gainer? People are scared of carbs.
No, carbs. You need carbs. You need carbs. You need proteins. You don't necessarily need meat, especially now. What the industry does to the meat, like, hell no. But look, I mean, but I understand.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm not a vegan, but I definitely understand it. I'm like,
I understand.
it's a healthy. It's. I see everybody. If you agree, I think everybody's body's different. They work. What things work differently for different people. How would you go?
Okay, wait a minute. So I'm just gonna pass the mic to Bobby. Okay.
Oh well, no. I'm just saying because what brought me in when he said the fitness. I'm into the fitness. I'm like, people don't know I used to be 260. I used to be a big dude. I just feel like everything works differently for different people. But here goes our fitness guru, the God, Courtney Paul. Courtney Paul. He knows. He gonna give you a little. And he did say he hate vegans, by the way.
Yeah, and yeah, that's right. And I say a lot of other things that I really didn't say, but whatever. You can say it all. I'll take it all. Yeah, whatever. The thing about it is that different foods work differently with different people, and a lot of it has to do with what's your background. Yeah. What's your background? If you came from a place that never had rice, and you eat rice all the time, it might metabolize differently than somebody who has an Asian background, because that is a staple in their diets. So things work differently with different people. You just need a good trainer or a good team that will help motivate you to do better. For instance, at Lactonic, I have a program called the LT30. So it's a 30-day challenge. You got to text me everything you eat and everything you drink. We form a team. Oh my God. So it's right. So basically, if you eat something that's not in line, right, the team will get you, and then I will get you,
and then I'm gonna get you.
Right. But I prefer to do it with shade and pettiness.
You're gonna shame me.
I don't get mad because that's what you want to do. Yeah. If you want to eat that, go ahead. You're an adult. We're all adults here. Right. You make your own choices. And because you made that choice, I might shade you in front of your friends. Okay? That is good because then your friends are like, oh my God! Did you see the way Courtney likes to shade you in front of all those people? And guess what? It'll never happen again. Not in public. Okay. But we do weigh-ins, pictures, measurements in the beginning of the month. And then we do it at the end. And let me tell you one thing. I know if you cheated on your diet and if you didn't do the workouts, you got to train 5 times a week.
I'm suck it in. I'm like,
don't suck in, you crunch. Oh, okay. Because you see that, crunch. It's a crunch. It's a crunch. Look, I know, because, there's sometimes, because for photo shoots, I might go a day and some change without drinking, and then all of a sudden you start having because you're gonna get ripped, baby. You're gonna get ripped.
Hold on. Now, while we're talking about ripped, let me ask you a question because I've noticed that these days, as far as fitness and guys, guys are really into the looks, how they look. Before it used to be, guys, will show off their chest, show off their muscles. But what's going on with the glutes? Why are so many people wanting nice glutes these days? Yeah, I said the glutes. Yeah, I know glutes. Yeah.
Who don't want a nice ass?
I mean, what is that?
I mean, it was always that way in the South where I'm from. If you got a booty, you got status. If you don't, it's like you're a peasant. I don't mean like that, but guess what? You can always work on it, but you can only work with what you got. Exactly. But yes, it's a lot of bootay right now. But where I'm from, it's always been that way,
Right. So now, we definitely got to now tell us a little bit about Get Out New York. Tell us a little bit about what the show was about and the trouble.
Workout New York.
Oh, it's Workout New York. I was saying Get Out. No. I don't tell nobody. Shh. It is Workout New York. No, okay, listen. So Workout New York. Everybody already knew that. I'm just making sure you knew that because you know what I'm saying. Exactly. I've been, Anyway, so Workout New York. Tell us a little bit about that and the trouble. Cause you was a troublemaker there, weren't you?
Not necessarily.
You're a little troublemaker.
Take note. What? Why should? If you lying, why should I play along in your lie. True. I speak the truth and shame the devil. Okay. And guess what? If you gotta listen to that voice. Yeah. If a voice is like, not that one, not that one. No, you're gonna be like, yeah, dude, let's hang out. No. Sometimes look, different people vibrate differently. And sometimes I feel like I already know what's going on. Right. But you gotta trust in those vibrations. Right. You gotta trust in that sense, because that sense and that gut never lies. And at the end of the day, was I wrong?
No.
I had the biggest I told you so ever. You did. So, but anyway, it was all good fun. Like, I was just doing me and having fun with it, because I know that if you stand in truth, look, you ain't got nothing to worry about. The show was fun. I had a great time doing the show. It was a lot at sometimes.
Is it coming back?
No, it's a wrap. Yeah, it's a wrap. You know, we were up against the Kardashians, and then it went through the holidays. And I'm telling you one thing. You think fitness in New York is challenging and competitive? That TV is something else.
Okay, cool. Well, everybody, this is definitely your boy, Courtney Paul. Bobby, any other questions?
One last thing. You being a trainer and all that, just a message to those people before they spend all that money on not trying to come at nobody, but spend all that money on getting their bodies done without any advice to just getting them into just old-fashioned hard work as opposed to just risking their life and getting plastic surgery and things of that manner?
Okay, so listen. I believe in exhausting every option you have. But I'm sorry, look, if a lady, if she want bigger tatas, you can't pump that up. I'm going to say, girlfriend, you better get yours. You look, life is short. You're only so young for so long. Live your life. Right. And live it like you want to live it, not like anybody else want to live it, because at the end of the day, when you close your eyes, that's a wrap. Mm-hmm. So, and like, listen, I lost both my parents last February, and one went, the other one went. That was unconditional love. And because of that, I'm living my life. So you do too. If you want some G's, don't get the D's, get the C's, because D's are going to hurt your back. But, live your life. But I'm going to tell you, you better get a good trainer first. And don't worry about being like, oh, it's too expensive. Okay, well, guess what? Get a bad shoulder from a cheap trainer. Get someone with experience. Get someone that you trust. Get someone that you would like to hang out with. That person is going to take you to the next level. And make sure you're uncomfortable. Make sure you kind of hate your trainer a little bit. And you want to kick him in the knee a little bit, because that means that the trainer is pushing you to where you need to be. And that's it. Live your life, people. Live your life.
Cool. All right. So definitely let everybody know, where can they find you? How can they, become your pupil?
Look up to the sky and be like, no. Okay. All right. You can always find me at Liftonic. That is where I am right now. Also, my personal company is called CPX, the Courtney Paul Experience. So you can find me at Lifetime Athletic, which is right down the street. It's on 42nd between, I think, 11th and 12th. And also, Liftonic is on 13 Gansevoort. So it's like in Chelsea area, a little off to the side, definitely in the meatpacking district. And that is where you can change your body with me. So bring it.
Where everybody definitely check him out at where he's working out there, and also go back and look at
fitness coordinator,
and also be sure to go back and look at Workout New York old episodes at Bravo TV. Okay, I'm your guy Z Fly with Bobby,
the model,
and we're always keeping it hot in the mix. Don't go anywhere, because we got more to come. So keep it along.
Look at all these beautiful models and designers.
Girl, delicious, scrumptious, makes me want more.